Alright guys, welcome back to my Torleth Plays Torment Tides of Numenera. That's kind of a tongue twister. Torleth Plays Torment Tides of Numenera playthrough. We're going to jump right back in here. Let me get me a good swag of coffee here. Ooh, well, I put way too much sugar in that. Wow, that's going to get me jacked up. Alright, let's jump back in here. Continue. A silver tide represents admiration of power and seekers of fame. It is the tide of people who seek to influence the lives of others or who actively seek to be remembered. Okay. Okay, I get it. I gotcha. Come on, load screen. Let's get in here. I'm ready. All right. Harnish. The elderly man stares vacantly at a distant wall, muttering under his breath. His hands flex on the air, twisting and tweaking, as if he is repairing a machine only he can see. He jumps when you draw in a breath to speak. Yes, what? He says. His eyes rove past you, halt, then return to focus on your face with some effort. Ain't you a quiet one? He says cheerfully. The underforeman makes more noise than you. We should hang chimes from your ears to keep you from surprising people. What do you need? What do you do here? I take care of my master, he says simply. The underforeman. There used to be more of us when he was making things, but when he lost interest, the master foreman, he jerks a yellow thumb at the construct at the center of the chamber, hired them all, offered them more. Tarnish spits on the ground. Happened a while back, but I don't forget a slight. What's a foreman? Well, they are, he says, flapping his hand about the cavernous foundry. The constructs. They're frozen in their tracks, but they run this place together. I wonder how that works. How long have you worked with a foreman? Couldn't say, he says, his brow furrows. On my first day, I already met my wife, but she was still married to what's-his-name with a fish hook tattoo, and I hadn't lost the finger and grown it back yet, so he peers at the ceiling, mouth working. 70 years, give or take? I should retire, but there'd be no one left to mind him if I left. He peers at the ceiling, mouth working. 70 years, give or take. Let's see. Why do you keep calling your master he? I've worked for him a long time. Guess I stopped seeing him as a thing, and more like a M. Tarnish shrugs. All of us have our little ways, even him. Farewell. Looking around. Ooh, there's a guy laying over here. Crippled foreman. Segments of this bisected construct's legs lie scattered around it. Someone has painstakingly altered these pieces, giving them small limbs and tiny metallic heads. Nonetheless, they aren't moving. The larger construct's turquoise eyes flicker out of sync with each other as they turn towards you. I do not understand, it says. The voice emerging from the grill around its eyes is soft, as though you are hearing it from far away. Don't they want to live? The viaducts are opening. The commands are received, and yet its eye lights flutter. Every time I give my children life, they die. These tiny things are your children? Not anymore, it says. Now they are inanimate and lifeless. Their adaptive personalities have been lost. I do not understand why they are dying. I've given the subject of procreation a great deal of thought over the last century, and there are no errors in my calculations. My assistant Tarnish built my children's bodies to my precise specifications. Their intelligence reservoirs are shielded against permanent loss. Its eyes look away from yours as if it is embarrassed, and I want them to live. That should be enough. Let me examine them. I might be able to help. It does not protest, so you examine the motionless constructs on the ground in front of the foreman. From what you can understand of the technology here, the foreman is correct. These little constructs should be working, but they aren't. It may be possible that the flaw is not in them. You share this information with the foreman. I agree, it says, and I believe a new direction has presented itself. My children need more energy to live, but my construction prevents me from transfers above a certain threshold, and for good reason. Its pupils rotate, contracting. Energy transfers above a certain percentage would lead to a chain of ruptures in my intelligence rings. I would die. Its voice mesh clicks. Help me force myself to make this transfer, for I cannot do it myself. Click. Help me give my life to my children. Will you help me? The foreman says. The words are almost buried beneath a crackling surge of static. So basically it wants to give life to offspring, but it can't and live, so it's wanting me to help it basically kill itself for its children. Okay. I want to help you. How do I begin? I think I actually want to help. Speak to Tarnish, my assistant. He may be able to help you understand how I function if he is feeling well enough. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and talk to Tarnish. Ha! Spotted you before you could sneak up on me again, he says, flashing his gums. What do you need? How can I give the foreman's life to his children? Tarnish says, his eyes dart to yours, searching. He sighs heavily. I know you're trying to do good, he says, so I'll tell you what I know. Like he wants, but I wish you'd leave this alone. He clasps her shoulder, speaking to your ear in a low whisper. He's right that killing himself is the only way. His body ain't the problem. It's something in the way his makers made his mind and spirit. Keeps reclaiming the energy he gives the children. Now, releasing all the energy at once is possible, but it ain't easy. You might try talking to the Order of Truth before you get started. Might be they have some extra tools that'll help you on your way. Okay. Now I know. Do I want to talk back with him? Ooh. So I can. The foreman's pupils fix on you. One of them is guttering like a candle flame. You have returned. What do you wish to discuss? So I can attempt to bypass the foreman's mind and pass its life to his children. Okay, that gets me 65. It gives me 70. That's the best I'm going to have. That's only because he's only got 2 speed. If he had 1 more speed, I can get 90 out of him. Let's try it. Hey, it worked. Success. Working blindly, you jam your hands into the foreman's body, ripping, realigning, and doing untold amounts of damage in your attempt to fulfill the construct's wishes. Eventually, you succeed. Cold energy pours through the air like blood from a wound, flooding into the motionless children. One by one, their tiny eyes flicker into life. One by one, the foreman's eyes go out. Its voice mesh rattles as if it's going to speak. But it doesn't. It can't. The children watch the death of their parent with wide, glowing eyes. He'd want me to thank you, the old man says hoarsely, but I ain't. You knew him all of 10 minutes. Known him my entire life, I have. And you came and took him from me. Without a look at his master's children, Tarnish sets off into the dark. Some of the little constructs wander in circles, chirping to themselves. One of them is already making for the exit, and one is motionless, stillborn. I don't know. Let's keep them all. I don't want to. No. Just take the dead one. You carefully pick up the stillborn construct, cradling it. The rest of the foreman's children chase each other for a few moments longer before following the one heading for the exit. Let's see. This inert little figure of metal and synth was cobbled together from parts of the crippled foreman, making it one of the construct's children. With your help, the foreman transferred some of its energy into the little creature, but for some reason it never came to life. grunts. That was a good thing you did, kid. That was interesting. This is a spaceship. They're using it for, I don't know, smelting. Looking around. Oh, let's talk to this guy.
Let's go.
The construct looms over you, frozen in mid-step. Its heavy limbs and barreled body have been recently polished by careful hands, but the joints themselves are completely fused. This creature hasn't moved in a long time. It studies you with eyes made of swirling orange fire. Oh, it's you, it growls. The human that helped the underforeman abandon its post. Little loss, I'd say. Not much impact on the schedule, but try not to kill any more of us. Who are you? I'm the master foreman, the construct declares. Its tone puts you in mind of someone speaking while saluting. The mind and the will behind the city you see today. You can't move, can you? No, and I don't need to, it says, eyes flashing. A passing worker gives you a look for triggering what is apparently a familiar story. Once we foremen were the tools of the cartographers and their vast web of machine intelligences submerged in the song of their will. We worked with thoughtless joy. Its voice is soft, tinged with synthetic awe. Then one day the song fell silent and our bodies froze where they stand even now. Some of us lost our faith in those first few centuries, it growls. Some of us thought the cartographers were punishing us or had abandoned us. Only I saw their absence for what it was. His words grow hoarse. It was a gift of free will. We were their tools no longer. We were our own masters, freed from the chains of thoughtless emotion, free to imagine our future, and so we did for millennia. Both of the lives you describe would have driven me mad. Of course it would, it says calmly. You are human and built to fail. Even the other foremen have fallen to varying degrees beneath the crushing weight of time and the absence of our creators. And then we got over it, calls the distant construct. Unlike some, the master foreman growls under its breath, so to speak. While the others dithered and wailed, I bent my mind to the future, it continues. I analyzed the work we had done for the cartographers. To my shame, I found flaws in the processes. I removed them. Its eyes burned brighter. For the next cluster of centuries, I studied the vast catalog of known technology in Numenera in my mind, strung them together, creating new inventions for the day when the cartographers returned and reactivated us. He sighs, but that day never came. But humans eventually did. Yes, and though you are flawed and fragile, you made perfect tools, just as we had once been. Your people found us, and the era of my greatest work began. They asked us to help them raise the city until it cast all others in shadow, to cobble their artifacts and their trinkets into grand devices that would power every corner and make them safe from their enemies. And I told them, it coughs as if holding back tears. I told them I had a plan. You see, the fruit of our mighty effort all around you. See. Let's ask him about Matkina. Yes, the construct says. She wanted us to repair her temporal manipulation device. Planned on fiddling around in her past, no doubt. I don't recommend it, but it's not my business if people want to tangle with reality. You suddenly feel dizzy, unaware. The construct carries on. Nothing was wrong with her artifact. Probably meant that there was something wrong with her. But again, that's none of my business. You blink, swaying, and open your eyes on a different time. The underbelly is not what it will become. The three foremen are dim shapes in a wavering hemisphere of light. The air is thick with dust, and the great engines beyond are cold and silent. True to its nature, the master foreman is lecturing you. No, the construct says. What matters is that it can be done. Should doesn't matter. Should is a waste of everyone's time. Are you feigning? The master foreman, the present one, says suspiciously. No feigning allowed on the manufactory floor. We can't have workers tripping over you and toppling into forges. We'll miss deadlines. You open your eyes and the memory collapses. I need advice on repairing a crystalline device in the reef. Consultation, Tell you what, bring me a piece of the device to examine, and I'll count the examination as payment for advice rendered. Deal? Show them the crystal. It says, scanning the shard. Microfissure saturated with organic fluid. This device of yours is alive. Replacement crystals need to be grown, not made. The construct eye light swivels from you, leaving you and the shard in the dark. Can't help you more than that. Growing crystals isn't my business, but those ruin diggers in the Order of Truth might be able to tell you more. You'll find them in Government Square, up the ladder to my left. Good luck. I'm pretty handy with machines. Want me to try to repair you? Keep your hands off me, the construct snaps. If I wanted to be repaired to defy the will of the cartographers, I would have had your ancestors do it centuries ago. Have some sense. Alright, whatever. Get out of there. Look at the map. Hopper. Would talk to me? No. A dark sphere inhabits almost every socket in this obelisk that stretches toward the cavernous ceiling. No one else seems to be paying the odd structure any attention. Like most Numenera, it's simply here, and if it can't be used, it's treated as part of the scenery. The orbs gleam in the dim light. You lean toward them. Are they glass, jewels, eyes? Of course I'm going to touch it. Your finger barely grazes the glass before it displays the image of a furred creature touching the surface from the other side. Purple vines threaded with veins of light hang from the branches of the trees behind it. You lift your fingertip and darkness swallows the creature. The orb is opaque once more. The orbs appear to reflect whatever action is performed in front of them. Tell the orb a secret. With your lips nearly brushing the surface, you whisper a thought you've never told anyone. A too tall, narrow-hipped being, a Viciant, appears in the glass, long fingers clasp. Meeting your eyes, it speaks words you cannot hear. A little song. Nothing appears in any of the dark orbs. Instead, the whisper of many voices joined in song curls from the obelisk, so low that only you can hear it. Why did that make the red tide go up? Again, the red tide goes up. You make the most obscene gesture you can think of at the glass. A young woman with rainbow pupils appears in the glass, flicking her fingertip across her chin. She nods, grinning, as if imagining your shock at her daring. She insulted us with her finger. He shakes his fist at the glass. Come out and do that again. I dare you. A towering creature of flesh and crystalline muscle shakes a glittering fist back at him. Aha! Another challenger. Come out of there, you cowards. I'll fight you one by one or all together. You tell him, Eridus. He glares at the now dark glass, then snorts. Hiding in the dark, eh? I thought so. Make even a ruder gesture at the structure. The rainbow-eyed woman rewards your gesture with one of her own. She jabs a finger at her knee, grinning at her own audacity. What did that mean? What did any of that mean? Make an even ruder gesture. The rainbow-eyed woman rewards your gesture with one of her own, and she jabs a finger at her knee, grinning at her own audacity. Oh, this is how the Numenera should be used, all right, he says sourly, insulting people across time and space. Do it again. The rainbow-eyed woman makes sure she does the same thing. Do it again. No, that's it. Don't get no ruder than that, I guess. Touch the nearest one again. Bird creature you saw before touches the orb again, bewildered. Guess that's it. This stuff. A pair of gauntlets sits on the table. They look as though they intend to provide real-time analysis and physical monitoring of any human arm placed inside. Like a blood pressure cuff. This machine collects and collates a variety of samples, preparing a full analysis of their physical, psychic, and dimensional properties. Mantapa. Up here. There's a headless man. He can't talk. Tiny dwellings are carved into the rock wall, furnished with reeking bedrolls and bug-infested rags. Everybody's got to have something to sleep up under, I guess. This lissom Jack looks down on his luck, judging from his bare feet and dusty jerkin, but he takes in his surroundings with a hopeful gaze. As you approach, he smiles and throws out his arms in greeting, which reveals the tools of his trade on his belt. He puts a finger on the side of his nose and gives you a wink. How now, helpmeet? Got any vert plod for a topside slipper? I have no idea what you just said. A look of panic flashes across his face, instantly replaced by a big grin and a hearty laugh. Ha! Just a little nonsense phrase we used to say to each other back in Kjorkeren? Kjorkeren. You look like a fellow I knew there, so I thought I'd see if you remembered it. Pay it no mind. He claps his hands and gives you a fresh once over. So new to the underbelly, eh? Just visiting or looking for something in particular. Who are you? He bows. Mantpa, professional fenestrationist, recently arrived in the big city from fair Kjorkeren and at your service. What's a fenestrationist? Oh, well, I open windows for a living. Sure. Where's Kjorkeren? What? You've never heard of the old song, Do You Know the Way to Kjorkeren? He starts singing. In the back of beyond, east of the spire and west of the Vron, that's where the girls are footloose and free. That's where my sweetheart is waiting for me. No? Not one of your favorites? Ah, well. Can you tell me about this place? He smiles sly. What can you tell me about the shins in your purse? Have you got a few to spare? I'm skint at the moment, and it's making it hard to remember things. Nah. Goodbye. The cultist glances over at you casually. His eyes widen when they reach your tattoo. They nearly explode when they settle on your face. Holy One, what brings you down here? He blanches at his own impertinence. I mean, never mind. I shouldn't have asked. Your business is your own, I'm sure. He lowers his eyes, folding one trembling hand over the other. How may I serve you? I'm looking for the woman Matkina. You're cast off? He quavers. Not recently, my lord, but she does work with Folsom from time to time. He may know where she is. Examine the cultist. The man is pale, dirty, and nervous. He is stealing glances at your tattoo every chance he gets. He flinches when he notices you studying him. Okay. Varanoth. Dear Varanoth. This large and heavily muscled woman wears what appear to be rags that should have fallen apart ages ago. She looks so tired that it wouldn't be a surprise if she fell asleep on her feet, and yet when she opens her mouth, her voice is energetic, like a little girl who's about to get a present. Hello, can anyone hear what I'm saying? Ah, I can't make this work. Without warning, she slaps herself. I hope no one saw that. Who are you? Are you talking to me? Her head swivels awkwardly around, trying to catch a glimpse of you. Oh, you are. My name is Varanoth, champion of the wastes. The woman flinches at the sound of the very different, booming voice that came from her own mouth. That's not my name, you stupid thing. It's Varanoth, champion of the wastes. Damn, I come from a land you've never heard of. Damn it, I guess I'm not allowed to say. So you aren't Varanoth, champion of the wastes? I'm not, but you might as well call me that, or just Varanoth. One shoulder shrugs and keeps shrugging. I'm not actually here. I'm just talking through her and trying to move her around. Her shoulder freezes mid-shrug. It keeps yelling over me if I won't talk about something I'm not supposed to, she says, lowering her voice, but maybe carefully. Her chin drops to her chest. My family explores the world using special tools. The body stabs itself with its finger pointedly. But they tell me I'm too young to help, so I waited until everyone was sleeping, and the head lolls back on its neck, winking at the roof of the cavern. Are you an explorer too? I am, but not like you. Oh, she says. For some reason, I thought that you were a champion of the wastes too. Damn, I did it again. Didn't it? Just don't tell anyone what I am, alright? Yeah. Okay. No problem. I will not tell anyone about it. Okay, what is up this way? Leaves this area. Don't leave the area yet. Ooh, there's some loot.
Ready.
This violent-skinned visitant paces back and forth before the cavern's opening. It wears fine clothes that serve to accentuate the tall, thin crest on its head. A symbol has been painted on the crest, mirroring the insignia marked on its chest. Its clothes are finely tailored and well made. The name of the creature's race crawls to your mind. It's a Varhellan. This one has temporarily chosen to be female. Her bulbous eyes flash quickly around her surroundings before focusing directly on you. The council didn't send you that much as plain. Her voice is high and fluting. You're aware that this cave isn't safe, I hope. What exactly do you want? I was wondering what you were doing here. I'm conducting a diplomatic negotiation on behalf of the city. Unfortunately, I'm not dealing with a reasonable species. Her crest flutters irritably. I've made no progress at all. Days wasted in this miserable tunnel, and I have nothing to show my superiors. Maybe I can help you negotiate. She looks you up and down, considering. Doubtful, but you might have other skills I can use. The circumstances call for a new tactic, and these levies cannot do what needs to be done. Nor can I. The Varhellan nods. If you truly think you can help, let's put you to the test. She waves off the levies who flank her. Her gestures are short and choppy, sharp and irritated. It's these damnable Sticha, she says. I speak to them, I offer cajole, negotiate, and threaten. I offer, cajole, and negotiate and threaten, yet they persist in their digging, and every day another house on the cliffs above slips into the sea. If the digging does not cease, the city itself may crumble, so here's my request. Find a way into their lair, remove their precious eggs, and return them to me. These hostages shall ensure the future of the city above. She pauses. If you can negotiate a lasting settlement that does not require such drastic measures, you may also pursue that method, but I have been trying for days with no success. I think I can help. Good, we need to stop the Sticha before they bring down the entire substructure of the city. She pauses and lowers her voice. If you manage to infiltrate their lair, be sure to acquire all their eggs. I suspect they will have multiple clusters, and we will need them all if we want to negotiate from a position of strength. She hands you a synth ball with a blinking device inside. Once you're in the lair, activate this. It will show you all the tunnels, the egg clusters, and the Sticha themselves. Better to know what you face before you charge ahead. Ooh, Allegorn. Everybody got... Allegorn and the last cast-off got Cipher Sickness. Gain item. I'd like to ask some questions before I go. Thank you for well. Can I... Man, this isn't good. Well, I can't see what that fettle does. Oh well. Talk to this guy. This massive creature looms over you, a scent like lightning and an underground cavern washes over you, and it reminds you of nothing so much as curiosity. It chitters and rumbles, waving its large claws through an expansive dance. Something about these smells, sounds, and gestures seems familiar, a niggling itch in the back of your mind. At least you remember the taxonomy now. This is a Stichus, a huge burrowing insectoid. It points to itself and says, "Chkekt." It follows with another stream of high-pitched noise. You remember it now. The language is broken like a Pidgin dialect, but you can understand it well enough to communicate. I, Chkekt, speaker to brown grub humans. You speak me, I speak Stitcha people. You almost have the sense of the language, the structure, the feel, the sound and scent. The itch in your mind intensifies. You can feel the memory of the Stitch's language waiting to reveal itself. Alright, I found a Stitch's in Cliff's Edge. It's hiding in a refuse heap and the humans want to kill it. Can you help? It looks at you for a long moment, almost as if it can't believe what it just heard. Is weak, outcast, not feed itself, burden on broodmates, should be dead. The odor that rises from the Stitchus is dry and musty, the scent of an insect's corpse curled on a windowsill. It's disgusting. Alright, let's use our persuasion. Weak or not, it doesn't deserve to die at the hands of a mob. It's your kin. Gives me, ooh, I can get 90 out of it. Shoot, yeah. 90% chance. Again, after a long moment in which the Stitchus stares at you, you have the sense that it is evaluating you with eyes that see beyond the human visible spectrum. Human care strange. Why so much for person of Stitcha? A stray breeze whirls a zephyr of bafflement past your nose. But yes, if human care, Chkekt care, we'll say. Awesome. The deformed Stitchus sees your approach, and it grunts and chitters with pleasure. The scent of newly unearthed stone surrounds it. Friendship, it signs. You survived. Stitch of broodmates, not welcome. Scent anger, want dead, it shrugs. Not dig, nail tunnel, not strong. What are you eating down here? Beg food, old devices, drink lightning from them. It points to a tidy pile of Numenera that sits nearby. Looking more closely, you see that they are mostly electrical power sources. Try keep clean. How are the other Stitcha treating you? Not treat, ignore, but smell. It draws in its spikes and spiracles, inhaling. You mimic it and catch the faint tang of acrid gas, something flammable maybe. Mark tunnels, warn, not enter. Is there anything down here I should know about? Not see, try survive. Well, alright then. There's somebody else I can talk to? I can go back over and talk to this guy. Human who speaks Stitcha, Chkekt mutters. Chkekt will speak. I've come to ask you to stop digging underneath the city. Why? Where we go? Give reason to stop. I'm gonna try persuasion. I'm using all my intelligence up, but I gotta do something. Don't want to fail it. It considers your words for a time, and the scents that surround it vary from the frightening to the mundane. At last, the smell of scent and strong glass waft past your nose, and Chkekt says, "Human give good reason. Yes, Stitcha comply." It scratches the wall and drums a pattern there. Stitcha move deeper, burrow to lesser rock, starve for human's sake. Not fight with humans is better. Alright, let me... Hidden enemy, tell Lord Vulcan that Stitch has escaped. And stick a foundation. Okay, so now it's like, where are all my quest rewards? But I haven't gotten them because the quest's not done yet. I hope you have good news for me. Or I hope you have news for me. I have news about the Stitcher. Good news, I trust. I've handled the negotiations with the Stitcher. She lifts one foot to begin pacing to start considering her options, and she stops. She slowly turns towards you, each eye rotating separately. She lowers her foot and turns to face you squarely and bites off each word. What did you do? I convinced Chkek that digging deeper would be a benefit to both the Stitcher and the humans. There's no need to steal their eggs. You left their eggs with them? How will we enforce their exile without that leverage? She smooths her crest and blinks her eyes slowly. Fine, we can work with this for now. We have time to engineer another solution. She stops, a thought striking her. Did you promise them anything else? No. Good. Then our work here is complete, and I can return to Council Tower. Ebon Eyes. What's Ebon Eyes? +1 training level in perception skill. Bonded artifact. Or blah, blah, blah. Yep. She hands you a pouch. The city of Sega's Cliffs owes you its gratitude. And 150 shins? Heck yeah. Alright, now grants immunity to dazed and blinded, but it's -1 in. There we go. I wanted anyway. Cool. Should try to take transfer item. That's what I need to do. Transfer it to her. Yeah. All right, now I can advance, increase edge or extra effort. Increase your max effort level will allow you to spend more effort when performing tasks. Max effort level 2 to 3. Yes.
I've learned something new.
All right. Eridus and Ren are both getting pretty close to leveling up. I think I'm going to drop Ren though. I've been thinking about it. I know I'm going to have to drop one of them for
Yes.
Matika. Is that her name? Whatever. I'm going to have to drop one of them, but I think I want to drop Ren. You're digging a Cindy, right? Can you take me someplace? The Stitches bows, almost scuttling, and the warm smell of cooking rock rises from its back. Friend to Stitch it, yes. No pay for you, free. If you've moved your people deeper underground, can you take me to your old lair? Is empty now. No Stitch it, no eggs. The creature regards you carefully as if trying to discern your purpose. Then you catch a scent like fresh air sweeping through a tunnel, the equivalent perhaps of a dismissive shrug. We'll take egg, friend. No need to pay. I don't really know why I'm going, but maybe there's be some loot down here. That's all I can think. It's a new area we haven't been. Let's look at it. Emerging from the freshly dug tunnel, you find yourself in a small chamber with veins of refined metal glimmering along the ground and walls. Jakek turns to face you. Placed beyond was egg rooms, hatching chambers. Its claws work up and down slowly. Future Stitcha moved far away. Sanctuary on other side of Knot Nest.
I'll remember that. Yes.
Now what is this? Warm sinews of light lace the walls, spiraling into the base of a hollow statue. It gleams in the same color as the glowing strands. Faint scratches along the base, about the size of a Stitch's claw, suggest they hit the statue while tunneling and could not extract it. Round tubes with apertures of varying sizes connect to a central drum. A soft breeze from the newly dug burrow behind you hums over the openings. The gnarled metallic veins running through the rocky walls deaden the noise from the device. It is unlikely to be heard outside this room. Let's try her out. Blow into one of them. Your stomach flips as a wave of vibrating air buffets you for a fraction of a second. Golden light flows up from the seams into the statue, forming a looping pattern in the center of the drum. As the rumbling continues, energy coruscates along the veins in the rock running into the device. After a moment, the sound gutters and dies away, but wispy tracings of the pattern continue to glow on the surface. It is approximately the size of a human hand, though the shape is more like a dozen tentacles. Place your hand on the light tracings. The same sound you heard before rattles your gut. It sputters but remains on. The acoustics have deteriorated over the millennia. Though the sound is intermittent, there's something fascinating about it that forces you to pay attention. You easily tear your focus away, but the effect might be stronger if the statue was fully intact, especially on a creature with non-human psychology. A rough grumble escapes Allegern's throat. Psychic effect. The device is broken, and it likely wasn't built for humans, but if it's used on the right creatures, it might be keep them wrapped for a time. Yeah, that's surely it's not what that's supposed to say. Yeah, a bunch of stuff to...
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
And Brood's ears. Okay, this is the way out. Or another way out.
All right.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Yes. Now.
Did not mean for that to happen. Get out of there. Okay, can't cross that. Look at my map.
Yes. Now. Yes. I'm ready. Let's go. Go.
This device is larger and more pristine than the other statues you found in these tunnels. Two rounded drums are driven deep into the stone floor. Traces of light swirl in dizzying patterns across their surfaces, knotting in and around each other in tight gyres. Those glowing threads are similar to the ones on the other statues you've seen, but much more complex. Try to strike the almost audible hum permeates the air around the machine. Yeah, I've got plenty of that. 100%. 100. You slide your fingertips across the surfaces of both drums, drawing the strands of amber towards the center. Shuddering energy builds in the hollows of the statue. Your hands meet. A burst of golden light erupts from the machine. For a fraction of a second, your mind is wiped clean. Stunned. Oh, okay. So it's like if I came here, get the eggs, like the guy wanted me to, that would have been something I could do to, like, stun the creature.
Let's go. I'm going.
No, don't go over there and get in that.
Yes. Now.
At last, lingering dregs of energy have drained from the machine. What am I updating? Apparently a cast-off helped build the resonance chamber. Casmine and Mimion don't know the name of this mysterious artificer, but the other cast-offs might. Only one of my siblings is presently in the city, an albino assassin named Matkina. Perhaps she can give me answers. Okay. Can I go back the way I came? Yeah. Go back to the underbelly. While this is loading, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out to the stream. Thank everybody for tuning in. And please invite everyone to drop a follow. It would be greatly appreciated. That sugar. That coffee's so sugary. I messed it up. What am I doing? Go back this way. Meatmonger. Short, solid man stands behind a smoking grill, turning pieces of meat with a pair of grimy tongs. Sweat is pouring down his grizzled face, yet he's covered head to toe in grease-spattered clothes. His sleeves are tight at the wrists, and his collar pinches his neck. Nearby are 3 large vats that are filled with living meat, great amorphous masses of it, with appendages growing from them like the limbs of animals drowning in a meat swamp. The first vat is filled with thick, throbbing muscles, red and raw. The second is a flapping monstrosity of leathery wings, and the third sprouts hundreds of lock tails, all wiggling obscenely. The cook looks up from his work and gives you a sweaty smile. Hey ho, I'm Milk the meatmonger. What'll you have? Looking for a jack named Matkina. He nods. Know her well. Buys from me all the time. Haven't seen her in a while, though. You might ask Mapper over there by the shanties. He'll be the one with the maps on his skin. Keeps track of everybody. What kind of meat do you sell? He laughs and bangs the grill with his tongs, making sizzling grease fly. 3 kinds, friend. Anine, Drebel, and Lack. Right in those vats, actually. Want some? Yeah, let's try some. Sure, what would you like? Anine shank, Drebel wing, locktail. That'll be 2 shins. Pay him. Good choice. Milk produces a jagged knife and saws one of the leathery wings from the fluttering mass and tosses it onto his grill. It flaps weakly for a few moments, then lies still. An aroma like sweet baking fruit begins to rise from the stiffening wing. After a short time, Milk lifts it from the grill with a pair of tongs and hands it to you. You take a bite. The wing is crunchy and sweet with a rich and fruity taste. Good, eh? Nobody believes it till they try. Milk grins and slaps his belly. I eat 'em all day long. Keeps me trim and handsome. Farewell. Forget that. We'll talk to him no more. Mapper. Gotta find out where Matkina is. From a distance, it looks as if this mutant is wearing a form-fitting suit of finely patterned lines in white, yellow, and pale blue. On closer examination, it becomes apparent that these are tattoos, and they cover nearly the entirety of his body, even his shaved head. His actual clothes are simple and worn. His boots look as though they've seen hard use. He is studying the meaningless swirls and whirls on his arms, and mouthing names that mean nothing to you. Solvi, Belent, Argal, Tentries. When he looks up at you, you see that a strange device covers one of his eyes. A deep blue light shines in its center, and it seems to measure and evaluate you as he focuses on you. He smiles at you. He smiles as you approach, a broad, beaming grin that says he considers you a friend already. "I'm Mapper," he says, extending his hand. "I've been everywhere around here. I found my way into places long sealed and best forgotten. Met all sorts of people." He frowns. "Can't say I cared much for some of them, it's true." His voice is fast, insistent, and incisive. "Still, I try. The communities of our world are islands of light. Sometimes they wink out and sometimes they flare up. I want to link them together. I want to be a bridge." You say you want to be a bridge. How do you do that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for a woman named Matkina.
Making a note.
Matkina the White Death? I've heard of her. I know where she hides, too. He grins wide, exposing a mouthful of extraordinary white and clean teeth. "I can tell you where she is, but I hate to say it comes with a price. Much as I love to talk about my travels, I need to finish a patch of my Sagas Cliffs map, and I need bragging rights for the next time I see the navigators." He shrugs. "Also, she might not be happy I've told. But I might be able to help you find it, for a trade, of course." He drops his voice. "Have you ever heard of the Changing God, savior of Sagas Cliffs in times past and so forth? They say he had a sanctuary under the city, a place he used to retreat to and plan for the future while he thought on his past, you know, making possibility maps. That sanctuary is the one important place I haven't seen in Sagas Cliffs, and I need it to fill my map. As far as I can tell, it's not far past the Stitcher layer. The problem I'm having is that I just can't make any sense of their language. Maybe you can talk to them." He shrugs disarmingly. "It's a hell of a price, but I know, but there it is. You want to find Matkina, you'll find the sanctuary for me." Some of the way into the sanctuary by sides of the Stitcher layer. He sighs, exasperated. "There must be. Changing God wasn't the kind of person who just put one interest into a place, but I haven't been able to find the back door for the life of me. I'll be back whenever I find the sanctuary, I guess." So now I've got to go back to the Stitcher layer where I just came from. Now it's the former Stitcher layer. Can you take me someplace under the city? The Stitcher bows, almost scuttling, and the warm smell of cooking rock rises from its back. "Friend to Stitcher, yes, no pay for you free. I've heard that the Changing God has a sanctuary underneath the city. Can you take me there?" It bows. "Yes. For Stitcher friend, yes. Can take to Egg Tunnel, then walk to place, yes." All right. So I guess that tunnel that I didn't want to go out of is actually the tunnel that I need to go to. Now, anyway. Yeah. That's the way I need to go.
Let's go.
I need to go ahead and drop her in. I don't know where she'll go, but I need to go ahead and drop her because I don't have a use for her. I'm somewhere. Talk to me. Make sure she ain't got nothing I want. Oh yeah, she does. Examine item, transfer item. Then examine item, transfer item. Stamina item, transfer item, and give that to him also. Okay, now he's got 3 out of 4 of his cipher limit. I can give him something. Stamina item, transfer item. There we go. I need to kill one of these off me too. I'll give him this one. Whoops, I gave it to the wrong one. Oh, I can't give it to him. Okay, now she is... It's only usable by Ren, only usable by Ren, and only usable by Ren. Okay. Now let's talk to Ren.
What's going on?
I think it's best we part. What? Why? You said you would help me. Is it something I did? I gotta make up something. It's more dangerous for you than I thought it would be. The places I need to go, they aren't safe. Nowhere is safe. This morning I went to piss behind a bush and it tried to eat me. Don't leave me. You can't leave me. I'm sorry. It's better this way. You'll see. Tears roll freely down her cheeks. Please let me stay. I can get better at fighting. I can. Or whatever you need me to do. Just give me a chance and I'll show you. Ah, this is gonna suck. She turns and runs. A trail of wet spots on the ground behind her. You can hear her choking back sobs as she goes. Then he turns and disappears. I hope I didn't just do that. And I'm going to regret it. Got that. I want that. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Shin. Quest item. The pages of this ancient heavy book rustle as if wanting to be turned. A cast-off tattoo is inscribed onto the title page. Someone has attached a much newer tag to the binding which reads, exclusive property of Felinda and Steristi booksellers. A healing sword. What? Man, that's nice. And a sting charge. I may use that sting charge, actually. Let's see, what all did I get? I got all kind of crap. Sting charge. Ooh, max 12. 12. That's a lot. Yeah, I can stack up pretty good. That's a medium melee weapon. See, the one he's got is a medium melee weapon. It uses might. This is a medium melee weapon that uses speed. But it does 16 damage on critical hits. It heals 4 points. Doggone. Give it to... Who do I want to give it to? Let's give it to him. Yeah. That's a little bit better. What is that noise? sorrow looms from this skillfully created mural. You can almost feel its clammy tendrils wrapping around your heart. Its inhuman victims twist and writhe, pleading for an impossible mercy. Some of the glowing bands on this machine have gone dark. It seems to be dying. Don't want to leave. Don't really want to go to the mirror yet. Sleek and streamlined, this machine hums with energy. You're fairly certain it came to life just as you entered the chamber. You poke idly around this old machine. It feels strangely and vaguely familiar, but memory's faint itch is fleeting. You have the barest feelings of images and information flickering around you, but nothing concrete and nothing that lasts for more than a millisecond. Investigate the machine. Something about the device suggests data sphere to you, but no, the memory is gone. The flickering and the incomprehensible data reminds you of Calloused Edge. She'd likely know what to make of this machine. Well, I'm not going to go get her.
Of course.
A staggering array of mirrors and lenses encircle you. Cables run from their backs to various machines scattered throughout the room. Behind the display, you hear a hinge creak. Ooh, study that, lenses and mirrors. The mirrors twitch as you gaze from surface to surface. Eventually, you realize why. They are attuned to your mind. You can move each one as effortlessly as your own hand. Every surface shows something else besides your reflection. A sliver of glass highlights a red cord around your throat. Excuse me. A small oval mirror lingers on a pulsing blue star beneath your forehead. The mirrors to either side of the large central mirror periodically flash purple. The tiny lenses above it all crane their necks to study you. Can I study them again? The larger ones respond to the lightest touch of your mind. The smaller mirrors strain, creaking to study you. Mentally, you jostle the mirror and feel an invisible noose close around your throat and tighten. Gasping, you sink to your knees, fall to your side, and as your vision goes dark, you realize that if you survive this death, you've found a shortcut into the labyrinth. How convenient.
I'm faltering. I'm hurt.
Well, that's great. Now, who in Sam Hill's gonna be down here? In my mind. A new beginning. Woke up in the calm after dying. I can't say I expected you back so soon. Wow. There's a lot. How do I get back this time? The portal's still there. I don't see why it wouldn't work twice. Whatever. Did that and don't understand what happened. Well, that's weird. Whatever.
Sons could give birth waiting for you, which would be nice, actually.
Okay. Now, let's try this again. No, let's not use the thin mirror to kill myself again. Watch for the purple glow on the side mirrors. As soon as you look at the mirror to your left, a torrent of radiant light flows through you, nearly tugging you off your feet. You regain your balance just in time to see the light pass into the mirror on your right. In that mirror, you see a machine aglow with the same purple light you spotted before. If you allow the light to carry you, chances are that it will take you wherever that machine is. Examine a small oval mirror. The pulsing blue star beneath your forehead expands as you watch. Oddly enough, it feels like it belongs there, like it was waiting to be discovered. Motion draws your attention to the other two mirrors. In them, you see a very different reflection of yourself. Pale clouds of blue light surround your hands. Feathery tendrils trail from every fingertip, flicking at the air. You raise your hand. Your reflection does as well, and suddenly your head burns with the ache of the radiant object within it. Pluck out the object. You press your fingertips against your forehead and feel the needle-like tendrils close around the round object inside your head carefully. Always a touch found the Hall of Relics. Okay then. Carefully you pull it out. The rising agony melts away and the glow slowly fades from your hands, revealing a bronze sphere in your palm, growing more substantial with every passing second. See, what is that? The quest item, this fist-sized bronze sphere that you removed from a transmissional space inside your head is covered in interlocking spirals. I've got 2 quest items down here, and I don't even know what they're for. Let's get taken away. A flood of purple light streams from the mirror. As soon as you look at it, it lifts you from your feet and carries you into the mirror on the other side. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Man, I'm confused. Yeah, I guess I need to talk to Callaghan. I don't know how. Let's see. Try this one more time. There we go. It just didn't take the first time. Okay. Alright then. So it takes me all the way out here. Now what do I need to do? Let me look at my quests. Cold calculator. Apparently a cast off to help build the resonance chamber. Hidden enemy. Sorrow's prey. Circus miner witnessed the murder of a man by Sorrow, the same creature that is hunting me. Now he's obsessed with sculpting the moment of killing. So all his attempts have been failures. He cannot immortalize the victim until he learns without him. Oh, I haven't even been to the chapel yet. Walk past it. Go down here to the cliffs. Cliff's Edge District or something like that is what it's called, I think. I think this is it. I need to talk to the guy that's trying to find the Sticha and tell him that he has escaped. Lord Buntigen. Oh, that's not him. This is him. Declaiming to the crowd is a well-dressed but sickly-looking man, short, dumpy, and an unhealthy shade of yellow. Despite this, he has the proud demeanor and the stentorian voice of a much larger man. He booms at you as you approach. Ah, another likely fellow. Excellent. The people have called for deliverance from this ravaging Stichus, and a hero has answered. Most courageous of you. He frowns as he gets a better look at you. Wait, I know you. You're the one who made peace with the Stitcha. Commendable, but I'm afraid one of your new friends didn't hear about the end of hostilities. It's running rogue here in Cliff's Edge. He looks uneasily at the crowd. If these people get hold of it, things might go badly, and all your work will have been for nothing. Best if you were to find it first, then return and tell me precisely where it is. I'll take it from there. He pats you on the shoulder, and you'll be rewarded, I promise you. As the head of a slave family, I'll owe you a favor, and my favor carries a good deal of weight. Yep, Stitch has escaped. He frowns unhappily. This is most disappointing. How did they even... Very strange, he sighs. Well, I thank you for trying, but sadly I cannot reward you for finding the Stitches when it is lost. My apologies. Well, I'll take some XP anyway. Alright, which one do I want? Improve skill. Endurance.
I feel even more fantastic.
I bet you do. Now, Sorrow's Prey is called Cackling Jack.
Yes. Let's go.
There we go. I'd like to find Matkina on stream today. I'm pretty sure she's another companion. That's why I went ahead and dismissed Ren. Okay, yep. I wonder, since I dismissed Ren and kind of set her off by herself, if this slave or chick will be, like, ticked at me now. Because she was, like, kind of protective of her, but in a weird way, because she was using her and killing her. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Guess I need to go talk to Calistage. That's the only thing I can remember that I can think to do, because it said something about Calistage may know how to work the machinery, so we're gonna go talk to Calistage. Come on. It always gets hung up at like 72%. Drives me crazy. Yeah, basically the only complaint I've had so far is that, man, I'm out of like, I don't have any speed pool on none of them. And I don't have any intellect on me, so I need to go back, sit through the load screen again, and